What if I told you that your late night sugar cravings are 100% reversible and it's not as hard as you think? In this video, I'm going to give you 5 strategies to help you stop your sugar cravings naturally. Number 4 will be sure to surprise you. Plus, if you're sick of trying to decide what to eat, stick around to the end and I'm going to share with you my 3 go-to recipes that have helped me reduce decision fatigue. They taste great, they're gut friendly, and they are super easy. I'm Wendy Frazier. I'm here to help the over 40 crowd keep nutrition, gut health, and overall wellness simple. Before we start, I have to know though, what is your kryptonite? Tell me in the comments, what is your late night guilty pleasure that you always reach for? I will put mine in the comments too. It is definitely a childhood need being fulfilled. When I was a little girl, my brother used to pin me down on the ground and do what we now realize is politically incorrectly called Chinese torture. And he would take his finger and just, do this to my chest. And I would laugh because it was funny and I was like, hey, stop. And it was like really playful until it always reached the point that it wasn't funny anymore because he didn't stop as fast as I wanted him to. And at one point, like I said, I would freak out, I would scream, I'd be like, get off me, and this animalistic response inside of me would bubble up from responding to the feeling of being trapped. And this is why step number 1 to stop your sugar cravings naturally is to actually give yourself permission to eat sugar. I know you're thinking, no, if I do that, I'll gain 20 pounds, I'll eat all the treats in the house. And I hear what you're saying, but stay with me for a second. When you take one of your children to the store or when you're a little kid, your parent told you like, don't touch this, don't touch the toys. The first thing that you want to do is like go straight for it. It reminds me of this one time when I took my kids on the BART train to San Francisco years ago. And for those of you that know, the BART train's like a subway. It's not clean, it's public transportation. And I had my 15-year-old brother with me at the time. And as I was getting the kids onto the BART train, I said, now whatever you do, this is a dirty place. Don't lick anything. And he just looked at me like, is that really something you need to tell them? And I was like, yeah, it is. Well, not 5 minutes into the ride, I look over and my middle daughter has got her hands like pushed up against the window looking outside, and there's little air conditioning, coming in, and she's just got her little tongue poked out trying to feel the air conditioning. And I was like, I told you, don't lick anything. The truth is, when we're told not to do something or that we can't do something, our brain automatically goes to primal survival mode. As humans, we have a very strong reaction against any kind of perceived threat to our freedom or our autonomy. And one of our 3 basic psychological needs is autonomy. Basically, when something is our own idea and it's motivated from our intrinsic values and integrity, we're a lot more likely to see long-term behavior change. I like to think of this as like making decisions from like the very best in us, from our wisest, strongest, and our most honest self. Initially, this actually can feel pretty scary. I remember when I adopted this policy for myself, it was just me, a bunch of Oreos, Swiss cake rolls, and pastries, just party in the pantry multiple times a day. And it was a lot of fun. I had been restricting myself since I was a chubby 10-year-old, seeking the approval of others. And it was the first time that I remembered really giving myself permission to truly enjoy these childhood foods that I wanted so badly. Can you relate to that? And actually, did you hear what I said? Did you catch that? I spent a lifetime wanting foods that I had labeled as bad. And the truth is, I really thought that I loved those foods, but I didn't really love them. I just craved them because I had told myself that I could not have them. So when you finally give yourself permission to eat the things that you think are forbidden, you will likely find that they are not as enticing as you thought they were. And by unlocking your freedom, that ability inside of you to just choose your circumstances, you're automatically going to calm your nervous system down, allowing your body to be more efficient at what it's designed to do. Be sure to check out my video called Emotional Stress and Stomach Problems, where I talk about the really very real role that cortisol plays in our body, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Number 2 is you're going to want to make sure that you're eating 3 meals a day with a snack if you need it. It's been my experience with the ladies that I work with that most women are under eating. If you're a regular human being, a grown woman, I would recommend trying to get somewhere between 500 and 600 calories for breakfast with 30 grams of protein. I suspect that you don't like that and you're not going to listen to me and you're going to freak out and tell me that 600 calories is like half of your entire day's worth of calories. And the truth is, you You're a grown woman and you need more food than that. You see, under eating in the morning and then grabbing yourself a Starbucks and maybe gifting yourself a granola bar, sometime in the mid-afternoon, maybe eating a small salad for lunch, telling yourself you probably shouldn't have a snack in the afternoon, and finding yourself ravenous at dinner causes you to overeat anyways. That's how you end up on the couch at 10 o'clock at night with a half gallon of ice cream. But getting a good amount of calories at the beginning of the day, it's not only going to balance your blood sugar, but it is going to reduce your cravings and set you up to find that you are a lot less stressed about food and feeling a lot more peaceful throughout the day. Number 3, if you're looking for a shortcut to kind of trick your brain, then I'd like to introduce you to my friend, Metap Power. This is an essential oil blend that you can drink in your water. Yep, you heard me right. When you have a high quality essential oil, it can be taken internally, although I only recommend using doTERRA. They are the only essential oil company that's approved for internal use and that I would feel comfortable because I know the amount of testing that they do. But oh man, this baby is amazing. So basically what you can do, I've got my water bottle here. I usually put like 3 or 4 drops, whoops, that spilled on the side, in the water bottle. Give that a shake and go for it. That is so good. This blend is a mixture of grapefruit oil, lemon oil, peppermint oil, ginger oil, and cinnamon oil. And the way that essential oils work in your body, especially citrus oils, is they work to kind of help with a detoxification process. They also help with sugar cravings. But when you add in the cinnamon and the ginger, what you get is a way of addressing blood sugar spikes in the body. So this helps to regulate your blood sugar levels, which by default reduces your sugar cravings. It's literally like a hack and it tastes delicious. If you're not comfortable drinking it or you don't like the taste of it, you can do what I did, and that is just put 5 drops. I'll do it right now, but I'm not going to show you my stomach because it's not that sexy right now. 5 drops in my hand, and I'm just going to rub this on my belly. Years ago, when this blend came out, I decided to do an experiment. I'm somebody that loves sugar, so when the neighbors start bringing Christmas treats in, I eat all of them. Like the whole plate of fudge, the whole plate of cookies. Like I just have had this insatiable need to just finish it. And so I thought I'd do this experiment. I took 5 drops of this Metap Power, which then was called Slim and Sassy. It's been reformulated and it's actually more powerful now, and I can attest to that. I would rub 5 drops on my stomach in the afternoon, after lunch and before dinner. When in the evening is when everybody would start bringing all these great treats and stuff. And I noticed, and I'm not kidding you, that people would bring a plate of goodies in and I would eat 1 cookie, maybe 2, and be fine. It was such a dramatic difference from what I was experiencing before, which was I have to eat all of it. I can't stop myself. This guy right here, whether you rub it on your stomach or whether you choose to drink it in your water, it does taste delicious. It's a great way to just give yourself a shortcut. And finally to number 4. Number 4 is to rediscover fun and joy in your life. If you've ever wondered why you feel that insatiable need to indulge with that ice cream on the couch at the end of the day, it probably has something to do with your dopamine and your serotonin levels. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter and a hormone that works in your brain with its reward system. And so it sends messages between our brain and our body. Dopamine gives us a sense of pleasure and motivation. So we will continue to seek out behaviors and activities that release dopamine. We sometimes call it a dopamine hit. Serotonin is another neurotransmitter that also acts like a hormone, carrying messages between our brain and our body. And when we have normal serotonin levels, we feel at peace. We feel happy, we feel calm, we feel emotional stability, which is the opposite of what you are feeling when you are voraciously searching for a treat at the end of the night. Number 5 is to give your liver some love. Okay, so our liver stores glucose in the form of glycogen. And when blood sugar levels in our bodies drop, which happens when we tend to go longer periods without eating, the liver starts to break down that glycogen and then release it back into the bloodstream so that we can have stable blood sugar levels. If glycogen stores get depleted in the liver, you start to feel kind of tired, brain foggy, and you start to crave quick sources of energy like sugary foods that'll just get that blood sugar back up really quickly. The liver also helps to deal with insulin. Insulin is a hormone produced in the body, and it's like a key that unlocks the cells so that they can receive that blood sugar. So to kind of put it in context, insulin is made by our pancreas, and our pancreas's job is to help keep blood sugar levels in check. So when they are too high, insulin helps to bring them down by moving sugar into the cells. And when they're too low, insulin helps to release sugar that is stored in the liver. What happens when insulin's not working right? Well, sometimes the body doesn't respond to insulin like it should. And this can happen for various reasons, but it will make us crave sugary foods. A liver that's not working great can affect the metabolism of hormones that regulate our appetite. These are called leptin and ghrelin. Imbalances in these hormones disrupt our hunger signals and increase our cravings. So to keep it simple, leptin tells your brain when you're full, ghrelin tells your brain when you're hungry. So you can see why it's really important and it would benefit you to support the liver if you're trying to stop sugar cravings naturally. One of the best supports for the liver is a chemical that's actually found in broccoli, and it's called sulforaphane. It's especially good for what we call secondary detoxification of the liver. When nutrients come into the liver, they get filtered before they come in, and then they get filtered again before they go out. One of the things that the liver does is it filters out estrogens. And so having a high amount of sulforaphane helps with the metabolization of estrogens in the liver. And ultimately what that does is it helps your liver to function better, which is what we're looking for. So eat more broccoli. Even broccoli sprouts would be an excellent way to get more of sulforaphane. Another great way to support your liver is milk thistle. It's one of the most studied and most well-known herbs to support overall liver health. If you're interested in taking a deeper dive with me, check out the description below and sign up for my masterclass, The Easiest Cleanse You'll Ever Do, where I talk about each of the organs, how to support them simply, and why I recommend doing that once or twice a year. If you can't make it, don't worry, I always send out the recording. So if that sounds interesting and you want to hang with me for a little bit, head down into the description and click that link. So those are your 5 strategies to stop sugar cravings naturally. I'm curious how that landed for you. Was there anything in there that surprised you? Is there anything that you're already doing that you found to be really successful? Have you ever used essential oils before for this particular reason? Go ahead and leave me a comment and let's talk about it. As promised, if you're tired of coming up with things to eat every single day, drop down in the description and click the link for 3 of my all-time favorite, easy, gut-friendly, balanced, delicious, blood sugar happy recipes. And as always, if you know anybody that you think would benefit from this comment, please share it. And please subscribe and follow me to be alerted every single time I upload a new video. I promise to keep it simple, happy, and easy to understand. Thanks for watching.